Hello and welcome to the Just for Gamers video game podcast. Episode 120. In the pink or in the stink. In this week's episode, we haven't done a lot. JfG Ash has been betering.
Yep.
JfG Alex has been demoing.
Yep.
There's actually some games out this week.
5.
And finally, we have some more glorious picks in the community.
Keep them coming, buddies.
Hello and welcome to the JfG podcast. This is episode 120. I'm joined with my good friend Alex. How are you?
Feeling good on a Wednesday, buddy. Sparkling thoughts. Give me the hope to go on.
Fucking nailed it, buddy.
Mate, have you had that Lord album yet?
I haven't heard that Lord album yet, buddy. Maybe next week.
Yeah.
Ask me next week, see if I know.
It's a good album.
Anything, is it?
It's a good album, mate.
Okay. One day I will buckle under the pressure and somehow listen to it. I don't know when. I will, though.
It's worth your time. It's a very good album.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah. So, how you doing, buddy? You alright?
Yes, mate. I am fine. I've done fucking nothing this week. You know, like, I feel like the past few weeks I've had so much, like, exciting stuff happen to me. I just needed a fucking week off. I'm like, hey, chill your beans or whatever.
That's the phrase, and I don't think anyone can begrudge you that, buddy, because, you know, with from your apage to your whitewater rafting to your tombolaing nonsense, all sorts of stuff.
Tombolaing, Minecraft Let's Play videos and things.
Yeah, that was there.
It's been busy, and there's been a lot of games being played over the past few weeks. I'm just like, hey, whoa, let's just knock it back. Let's just go out on a Sunday. Maybe go to the pub and get absolutely fucking hammered on a beer that I found to be very nice, buddy.
What beer was that?
It's a beer called Hop Bomb. This is from the brewery Saddlers. Yeah, Hop Bomb. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I like to find the good ones. But from the brewery Saddlers, which also they're the people that make that Liberty IPA that Audi sell. Which I very much like as well. So I was like, you know what? I'll give this a go. And yeah, it was a cheeky 4.6%. Had about 4 pints. I was steaming. It was a beautiful day. I loved it.
Beautiful, buddy. I mean, hot bomb.
Exactly.
I mean, maybe I come up and you can give it to me when I need to come along. Hot bomb. Yeah. That's nice, buddy. You know what I had this week on the old beer front?
Oh, what's that, buddy?
Some fucking gnarly Fox.
Oh, that's a great new wave lager.
It's a new wave lager, buddy.
It's a new wave lager, yeah.
Went shopping up Lidl's, didn't I?
In Tunbridge, is it?
In Crowborough.
What? Where is that? I don't even know where that is. Point it out on a map. Just down road.
Down road.
Nice. If it's only just down road. Oh, that's all right.
Yeah. No, it was an experience. It was a weird experience. I've never done that before. Ooh. And luckily had £1 for the trolley, buddy. Not used to.
Yeah, you gotta have that pound coin. Yeah.
Went in there and I was like, what do I want? And there was salmon and parasols. There was some shredded wheat next to a portable generator.
Nice, standard. That's where I keep my Weetabix.
Yeah. We had buckets and spades and cheese. What are they thinking?
I love
crazy
it.
Germans.
It's fucking ace, mate.
You can't go up and down.
Yeah, you go up and you get the first bits like your stuff, bread, whatever, maybe some jams, bit of pasta.
Yeah, that was the order. You know the order.
I've been there several times. Then you hit the fruit and veg down the end.
Yep.
Then you take a left or a right, depending on how the shop's laid out, and then you're like, whoa.
And whether you're an ambi turner, of course.
Well, obviously, you know. Yeah, I'm not a gymnast, so I wouldn't know.
No, they had all fresh stuff all around the outside, and then the middle was just a cacophony of crisps, buddy.
It's just random stuff everywhere, mate. I loved it. It's like a boot fair.
Yeah, it's like a disco.
Did you find any cheap virtual reality headsets like I did?
I didn't, but I was not looking. But I think I would have spotted those. So no, I don't think they had any of those. Probably would have stuck out. Although I don't know. There's like a whole aisle of just giant fucking like washing machine powder.
Yeah,
and next to it was like 10 kilograms of basmati rice.
And I was just like,
I don't know.
I
don't know.
You might need to wash your clothes with your basmati rice.
I need rice I need a sort of volume of rice, the equivalent of a bag of sand. That's what I need. That's what I need.
I love it.
I don't know. Anyway, yeah, Lidl. I think they'll be good for our meat and veg, and obviously the wines and spirits. But at the same time, not convinced by the old other products,
everything
other things
else
that you might need.
There. Yeah, totally.
As I tucked into some more snacktastic crisps.
They're the best.
I don't know. They had like any supermarket that sells tomato flavored crisps is probably a bit budget, if you ask me. That's kind of your gauge. That's your barge pole.
I mean, but I remember tomato flavored crisps like from back in the day. They were quite taste delicious.
Tomato flavored frog heads in
nice.
Lidl.
Obviously, that just makes total sense. You think tomato. You think frog.
You think frog. Yeah, it's true.
Especially the head. Yeah.
So went Lidl. Also went to the missus's mum's birthday party, buddy. Prosecco a go-go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Did you have some Prosecco?
Had some Prosecco. Nice. Had some Bexley Pale Ale.
Oh.
Had a nice cake. Not all of it. Just a slice.
Just a slice. Was it a large cake then?
Big cake.
Big cake. Slice of big cake, not a slice of little cake.
No, big cake. Sang happy birthday because it was a birthday party.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
You just do it.
I mean, it's a tradition, as you would say.
That's what it is.
Many people do.
Yeah, and then went home. So I haven't done anything either. By the sounds, went to a cool pub actually.
Nice.
The Toad Rock Retreat, buddy.
Ooh, retreat.
Which sounds like the Toad Rock Retreat, which sounds
so
to me
like the rock
where
the toads kind of retreat to.
I thought it was like a sort of
froggering. Yeah, frogging. It's like dogging, but with frogs.
No, Toad Rock Retreat, some sort of knockoff rival to Fraggle Rock.
That could happen.
Yeah, puppets, and no, there weren't any puppets. We were disappointed, and then we thought, well, that's not fair on them, is it? So it was a nice pub, and they had some good ales, buddy.
Nice, buddy. I was looking earlier, obviously, because I was thinking of Hop Bomb whilst writing these notes, thinking that was a really tasty beer. So I actually popped on the Saddler's website and saw that they do a poly bin, which is like wine in a box, but beer in a box. They do 35 pints for £63. Works out about £1.80 a pint. Very tempted.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
And it says that it'll last for a week, so I reckon I could pound out 35 pints in a week.
Yeah, I mean that's
no bother.
Yeah, it's about right, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. But no, maybe like for like the next time we have a meet up, like pick up one of them or something like it. Like
yeah,
a
or
big
chip in
fucking thing and just be like, let's get hammered. Woo.
Sounds good, buddy. I'll bring the gnarly fox.
Yeah, buddy, it's a tasty treat of a beer. New Wave Lager. Yeah. Apart from that, I watched Game of Thrones with the theme tune.
We know.
And so
I'm 3 seasons behind on that.
People died, dragons and things. Dumbledore.
Right.
He's massive gay.
Yeah.
Gold bender. Yeah, mate. So literally, I mean, I haven't even got anything really to talk about in the next section. So if you want to just skip to the news, I'm all right with
that. Yeah, whatever. It's freeform. We don't care.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
You got anything else you want to talk about? Any issues? Life in general?
Well, most times, I think if someone said that to you, have you got anything you want to talk about? A lot of people would think, yeah, I fucking do.
Yeah?
But no.
No.
No, no, not really.
I made a jQuery JavaScripty WordPressy submenu today. It's pretty impressive.
No, who didn't?
I know. Well, okay, sorry.
I'm missing the football.
Well, that will happen.
Yeah.
I mean, we could get this done in the next half an hour and then watch the rest of it, I guess.
No, there's none on now. I'm missing it in general.
Oh, okay.
There's probably some on somewhere. Hang on.
Yeah. Can you find out for me, please?
Yep.
Thanks. It has to be on TV as well. Because otherwise... I mean, I could just watch some kids kick a football around outside.
What do we got? Okay, 8:30. Yeah, England v Scotland.
So we're missing the football right now.
It's women's football.
Well, it's football.
Yep. That it is. And we're missing Honved versus Hapoel Beersheva.
Fuck. Grudge match.
So I think that'll do us, buddy. Let's head over into what we've been playing. So, buddy, what have you been playing?
I've just put a big question mark because I haven't been playing a lot. Well, any time that I've been playing, I've been playing with you and other people.
I've been on and shit.
You've been all about it this week. You know,
like a blue bottle in many ways.
There's been some sort of beta that's been out this week. Yeah. We popped on. Might have completed it.
Yeah.
Because we're motherfucking G's. But yeah, I took I didn't spend every evening gaming. I watched Triple X, the original one, for some reason. Watched The Time Traveler's Wife, I think it was, or something like that.
Okay.
You know, just fucking absolute bollocks. So just didn't play any games. So what have you been getting your teeth stuck into, or whatever?
I've played 2 demos aside from the stuff that we played together.
Nice.
I have played 2 demos. I played the Near Automata or Automata demo, and I think Automata is what people are going for there. I quite like Automata though.
I like Automata. That makes more.
You think harder about it when you say it, but I think it flows better, doesn't it?
Yeah, Automata sounds like it's
clumsy.
Yeah, no,
cumbersome. Well, I'll have a word with the dev, and we'll see what we can do there. But yes, this is Near Automata,
nice.
Which is I don't know, really. I suppose it's a third-person hack and slash, but it's some sort of post-apocalyptic world, and I think I'm an android, but it's hard to completely tell. So I'm some android woman, bit skimpy on the old clothing. This is a bit of a Japanesey type game, buddy, with the old perversion there. But it's really nicely made, and it flows really nice, and it plays really nice. It runs really nice. The combat's satisfying. The enemies are really interesting as well. It's kind of the first thing it does is chuck you into a room with a load of enemies, and then immediately follows that up with a boss battle, which is like a big angle grinder that keeps flying at you, and you can kind of do a little mini teleport. You can do double jump, and I don't know, man. It just plays lovely. It's really satisfying to control. It's an interesting art style because it's got kind of a cutesy anime look to it, but it's also mechanical kind of stuff. So the robots are kind of a little bit cutesy, but it's all quite browns and greys and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, just graphically really nice, but also when you're running around the environments, the camera keeps kind of moving itself in interesting ways. So I think Uncharted 4 did this, or it might have been Uncharted 2 or 3, where you'll run across a bridge over a canal, and it'll cut to a sort of from the canal shot seeing you like side scroll across it.
Yeah.
And there's quite a few of these moments where it goes into like 2D side scroller, and then you get to a door and you hit up to go in there, and the camera just sort of pans round and you're in third person again. This game's cool. This game's really cool. Have you played it, the demo?
Nah, it looks weird as fuck.
It's great.
Got big swords and little people and stuff.
Yeah, Big Sword Little People was the original idea for the name, and then they went with Near Automata.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, close.
You look at the confusion now on the word automata, and I think Big Sword Little People would have been...
Sounds like a cracking game title.
It does. I'd buy that. Yeah, I kind of want this. I don't know how much it is at the moment, but job done. Bethesda, take note. This is how you do a demo.
Yeah, that will happen.
Yeah, you'll have to give it a go and see if it gets its hooks into you as well, because I genuinely think this is something we could take the plunge on going forward. But
yeah, man, definitely.
I like it. I like it. It's nice.
On spending money on games.
Yes, that's the game.
Love winning that game.
So the other one I've played, buddy, The Surge,
What is The Surge?
It's another third-person game. It's another sort of robot-y game.
Fuck yeah. Okay, yeah, I remember.
Yeah. But this one, is not like Nier Automata.
Is it a free-to-play game or something, or is it just...
No, it's not.
No, it's just it's a PlayStation exclusive
demo on there.
Or something, I can't remember.
Yeah, it's from Deck 13.
Yeah.
They did Lords of the Fallen, and... I'm probably not far enough in to make scathing comments about it, but what I will say is it looks a bit ropey and it feels a bit clunky to play. But the combat system in it, which is nothing like Nier Automata, which is kind of free-flowing hack and slash.
Yeah.
This is more Dark Soulsy in that you've got sort of, block and riposte, and it's quite slow. You take a hell of a lot of damage if you get hit. I died 3 times to the sort of second enemy that I met, which was kind of weird. Or the second main enemy. The intro's really cool. This is not really a spoiler because it's the very first thing that happens in the whole game. But at the very start of the game, you're on a train going to this factory where they're going to presumably put implants and stuff in your arms and legs and whatever.
Love it.
And it comes up with the sort of basic tutorials as in sort of pan the camera around, and then there's the option to invert and so on. So you pan the camera around, you can't get up or move or anything at that point, but you've just got this first person perspective kind of panning the camera around. There's some dude sitting in front of you, and then the train stops and it says like to get off, and you push the left stick forward to get off, and you are the dude in the front row. It's in third person, and he's some guy in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
So you thought you were looking at him the whole time, but actually you were just controlling the camera and you are him. And I thought that was really cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, you're some guy, you are in a wheelchair, you can't walk, and you've obviously signed up for this robot program to get like exosuit so you can wander about or whatever, and shit goes south, and that's about it. That's all I'm going to say, because I don't know much more than that anyway.
Fair dues, buddy. Fair
but yeah, it kind of smacks of a sort of mid-range, mid-budget game. It runs at 30 and doesn't look especially pretty doing so. I think I need to give it another go, maybe play a little bit longer, but early signs is, not really.
Yeah.
Not really. And we kind of thought that, didn't we, when we saw the adverts and the stuff at the time? We were like, doesn't look that great, looks a bit clunky, or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing this game's, like, come out recently? Yeah?
Yeah, it's the last couple of months, at least.
So, yeah, no. If it's coming out around, like, this kind of dead zone, there's nothing, there's barely anything decent that comes out now anyway, which is a shame. Could have been pretty cool. Visually, looks quite nice though, I'd say, but...
It does.
I don't know. Just it's not. I'm just not interested in that type of game at the moment. I don't know why. I need.
No, it's got Destiny syndrome as well, buddy. In that you all the trailers are obviously PC footage with an unlocked sort of 80, 90, 100 frames,
rate, yeah.
and it runs at 30, and it looks dog shit at 30.
Yeah,
so
obviously,
that's a bit disappointing, and it wasn't holding that either in places. So that's not great.
Well, I might give them a go if I ever get back into gaming, buddy.
Certainly the first one.
Yeah, definitely.
Big Sword Little People. Definitely play that.
Yeah, Gibbons. No, sounds good.
So yeah, that was me, buddy. And then we both played. Let's get stuck into some NHL 17 as Sensei Mel continues to train us up, buddy. And I do declare we have started winning some fucking games now, haven't we?
We've been winning some games. We've been scoring some goals, buddy. I nearly got a hat trick in one of the games. I was very excited. Seemed like, we're just getting to understand the game a lot more. I mean, like when we started playing with Mel, we had a decent idea of the rules and things like that. We kind of muddled our way through that ourselves. But then, he started telling us about just being better at the game, really. That's what we've been doing. Been getting our shots in, getting our late passes across so we can get some cheeky one-timers in. It's been fucking beautiful, must say.
It has. He's been really good at teaching us kind of positionally where to be, and he'll tell us if we're miles up the pitch when we shouldn't be and stuff, and it just all helps to kind of and the thing that I've really noticed coming into play is my football game skills. In terms of dribbling and stuff. Started being able to sort of jink round people, and I'm basically using exactly the same kind of method for doing that as I do on PES. Yeah,
so I know what you're saying. It is different though, because of obviously you need to kind of keep the free flowing of the skating to keep the speed up, because at certain points so if you've got the puck and you're going into the final third and obviously someone's in front of you, or you don't pass it to the person that's making the run, you have to stop dead, because otherwise it's gonna end up in being an offside, and then you'll have to restart again from the the tip off? No, that's basketball.
Face
isn't
off.
There you go, face off. Something off.
And there's nothing worse than that when you're playing with other people and the person who's got the puck doesn't release it, because everyone is making, the whole point of the game is that all the teams attack and defend as a unit, and you'll have 2 or 3 people bombing past you making runs, and if you suddenly stop, they are all offside and they all have to skate back. So
exactly, and you can't progress until they get back behind that line. And
what I'm getting better at is preventing people flying past me, being in defensive positions more often, and poke checking much better at poke checking.
Yeah, getting much better at that. I did enjoy. I think I got an assist for it when they had the puck down in by their goal, and I just pressed the old classic L1R1 dive, and I stopped the puck in mid-flight, and all their team were down the other end, and then I think it was just me and Mel, and it came off me, and Mel just picked it up and slotted it home. I was like, that is the best assist I'm ever gonna get on this game. It was
absolutely
brilliant. But it's such a great game, and it might come up later again in the podcast, buddy.
Yeah, I'm going to mention that right now. And I'll mention it again later as well. The game is currently reduced on the store, buddies. You've heard us talk about it a lot recently.
Yes.
If you fancy having a little crack at this as well, on the UK store, and I think it's reduced across the whole of the EU, but certainly on the UK store at the moment it's $8.99. So it's only £1 more than we paid for it, and highly recommended. We've been really enjoying ourselves, and we'd love some more buddies to play with.
Yeah, so, really enjoyable single player mode as well.
Yeah, and because it's 5-6 aside, you can get a whole team together. If you've got a little squadron of mates, you can actually put a whole side together, and that's quite cool. You haven't got to suffer any numpties at all if you've just sort of accumulate enough mates. So man. So buy that game.
NHL 17, mate. Who'd have thought it?
yeah, it just goes to show what a discount can do in terms of what we're willing to get stuck into and have a try of.
Totally, buddy, totally.
Sweet as the proverbial.
Gibbons. So there's a couple more games that we have played, and we only played them yesterday because that's when they came out, buddy. But today being Wednesday, it only came out on the Tuesday. So which one do you want to go for first, buddy? Ladies' choice.
Let's get Orcs out of the way first, because I think we should end on Destiny. It's kind of the main event this week.
Okie dokie.
So,
good.
Orcs Must Die Unchained. You remember us? We've mentioned that the predecessor, Orcs Must Die 2.
Yep.
Quite
Countless
a lot
times.
over the years, and
Cracking game.
We had a great time with that game on Steam. It was very cheap. It was very good, and it's a tower defense game. You've got in its simplest form, you got a door one end and a portal the other end, and sporadic waves of orcs come out of the door, try and get into the portal. It's a third-person shooter, but you can't contain them just by shooting them. You've got a sort of MMO-style, Minecraft-style collection of boxes at the bottom that you can fill with traps, and the idea is you create just death rooms. Try and funnel them into spike traps, tar pits,
all kinds of
arrow walls, fire, you name it, acid, like everything you can think of. Bomb barrels, buddy, bomb barrels.
Oh, bomb barrels. They're a bit rubbish.
Yeah, not best. So yeah, anyway, that was a great game, and then Unchained came out with a free-to-play model and tried to push a different game mode. And people didn't really like that. I kind of got that impression.
Yeah, because I got on the beta on the PC for that a while ago, whenever that came out, and had a dabble. And yeah, no, that mode, I didn't like it. It wasn't great, I must say. So luckily, it still did have the classic mode in there, but it was kind of hidden away in a way. They were definitely promoting this online multiplayer. Bloody blah, whatever.
Lane fighting sort of MOBA type thing.
Yeah.
Well, they seem to have kind of discovered the error of their ways, and now they've launched on consoles. It's got that classic survival mode front and center, really.
Yes, first thing,
and
really, isn't it?
So we got stuck into it, and my biggest concern from the moment that I heard this thing was going to be free to play was how exactly is progression going to be? Because you've got these traps, you can unlock more traps, and you can upgrade traps to become significantly more powerful. So from a level 1 to a level 2, it might do almost 20% more damage between levels. And free to play, they're selling points, you have to buy packs. You can't buy individual traps, but you buy chests, which give you cards, and it's all that fucking bullshit. And the concern was, will you rank up and will you earn enough currency just playing the game normally to progress through the survival maps without spending a great deal of money? Now, we're not adverse to dropping 20 quid on a really good game, free to play or otherwise. But if the whole thing's stacked so that you have to constantly fork out for currency, or you literally can't progress, then that's where we kind of thought it might fall down. And it's really hard to tell, having only played the first 3 or 4 levels, whether they've dodged that bullet or fallen foul of it, isn't it? Because at first we were quite ropey and rough at it anyway, and then we started getting better and picking it up again and remembering some of our old methods and techniques.
That was the main thing I think that was very off-putting at the start. Was we were just like, oh fuck, how do we play this game? And before also we played it on keyboard and mouse. Like, what? How does this play on a controller? I was like, I have no idea what the buttons are. Obviously, there is like a prologue to the game where it teaches you this, but we downloaded it and we're like, we just want to play it together right now. So
veterans, mate.
Exactly. We understand the rules and regulations of this game. You know.
Yeah.
We can do this, and yeah, it took a little while. But as soon as we started getting into the swing of things, I was like, okay, yeah, like I feel like okay about this so far. So yeah, like you say, we've only done like the first 3 levels or something, but so far it doesn't feel too pay to winny kind of in a way. I don't feel like I have to chuck money at this yet.
No.
Luckily, because we are PlayStation Plus subscribers, we got access to like a free bumper whatever pack, which gave us like what was it, like 1,250 gold, which is like the second currency in that game, I think.
Yeah, and that allowed us to buy a load of chests, which unlocked a load of traps.
Yes, so we ended up buying like 3 chests, 2 of the big motherfucker ones and 1 of the lesser ones. And yeah, from there we got a couple of upgrades for our traps and a couple of extra new traps and some weird other stuff like gems and I don't know. Like, there's clearly like a massive part of this game. The entirety of this game is, hey, spend money so you can get new shit.
Yeah, but it just depends how prominent that is and whether it affects the gameplay. That's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it seems like when we beat a level or if we get a better rating on a level, it does chuck us a chest, be it a shitty one. I think obviously the better you do on a level, the better chest you will get. So it's going to depend on how or what the rate drop is of these decent chests.
Yeah,
really,
often the problem, isn't it?
Yeah. But gameplay, I was well into it by the end of the night. I'm looking forward to playing it later tonight, which I'm sure we will.
Yeah, me too. I've been thinking about it all day.
Exactly. One other thing I really like about this, it's now 3-player online co-op. So yeah, we can get another buddy involved, I believe.
Absolutely. Yeah, try this game. It's free, and give it a go.
Totally, that's the thing.
Time will tell. Like, literally, we're not going to know until we play it for another, 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah.
We're not going to know whether it's been wrecked by these microtransactions or not. But even if it has, we'll have at that point got, 7 or 8 hours of enjoyment.
Yeah, exactly.
Out of it. So, I don't know. I've always said that I'd be willing to drop 15, 20 quid on a free-to-play game if it was really good. And if I thought that would be the end of it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I mean that, but we're not going to be able to know that until we've put some more hours in. But early signs are promising, something I was very worried about, and so far it's just been really fun. Really nice. So
Gibbons, buddy. Looking forward to playing some more.
And I'm sure we'll be talking about it again soon, probably next week. But for now, let's move on, because the Destiny 2 beta is live at the moment, and we have got it and we have played it, and I think we've got a bit of a wide selection, haven't we? Because we've both done the initial story missions, the 2 that you get at the start. We've also completed the strike with the help of a numpty who was useless.
He did well.
Yeah. And you've also dabbled with the 4v4 competitive multiplayer as well, buddy. So
yeah, I had a little go on that, didn't I? Yeah, it was all right.
So you're a Destiny man, really. It's your jam, buddy. So fill your boots. Initial impressions. I mean, I think we can both agree there's less content than we were expecting, but we also can probably both agree that that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, because especially with the first Destiny, with the alpha and the beta, having that, being able to fucking just walk around old New Russia, wherever it was called. I don't know where it was. Earth. And we were just wow, there's so much space and so much to do, and well, not so much to do, but the what are they? The triggered events and stuff like that. What are they? Community events or something? I think they're called, weren't they? And I was like, oh, this is awesome. This is so cool. This is going to be really like the fact that you have your fire team of 3, but then suddenly there's loads of other people getting involved, fucking this shit up, and I'm like, oh wow. And yeah, by the end we'd played that alpha and beta quite a lot, and we'd been doing trading in with cryptards and crypto keys or whatever it was, and we played a quarter of the game.
We didn't know that at the time, though.
No.
We didn't know how devoid of content the final game was, nor did we know that all of the other 3 environments were basically exactly the same as Earth with a different fascia on them.
Exactly. Which, you know, when it came to the final game, we were just like, oh, okay, shit. Fuck.
I really remember that launch. I remember at the time I was an avid video gamer reader and watched all their videos, and they got it in the office and no one really knew that it wasn't that great at this point, and everyone was really, it was the most hyped game of the new console generation.
Mate, this was the shooter that was pushing it forward with its vague MMO like kind of things. It was just like, oh, you can meet up with other people and oh my god, shit's gonna go down. I was like, oh yeah, that sounds amazing.
The disappointment, how underwhelming it was, and like the way that kind of filtered through the games media was really odd.
Yeah, totally.
So they've obviously learned a hell of a lot. Yes. Certainly the Taken King is a good example of that. And in terms of systems and in terms of the way this begins, it's very promising, the story missions, because there's story.
I was going to say, I think there's more story in these first 2 missions than the entirety of Destiny.
There is, yeah. There's real genuine story beats here. It's quite epic and quite cool. You got Nathan Fillion and Lance Reddick doing their thing, which is great. Yep. Couldn't get Bill Nye back, bless him, but oh well, what can you do?
It might turn up later, you don't know.
Could do, buddy, certainly could. I quite enjoyed those 2 opening missions, but they were basically Destiny, just Destiny 1, Destiny, like... There was better dialogue and more story beats, but you were essentially just sort of fighting waves or whatever. Quite cool how you sort of pop out of the tower and you've got that sort of nostalgia for that place, having been made to go back there like 15 times every time you load the game up.
Yeah, it was funny like getting into that spacing and be able to like double jump and stuff like that. I don't know why I was just like, I can jump up here now, yay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's quite cool.
Yeah. But I kind of liked it when it opened up into the main like area of it, and suddenly like a couple of other people just turned up and helped me fight off these dudes.
That was a nice touch.
That's nice. They didn't like that. Doesn't have to be in there, kind of thing. But that's pretty cool. Definitely a lot of nostalgia. Well, not nostalgia, but a nice feeling like because you come up out of like where the shipyard kind of place is. And I was like, oh shit, I know where I am. That's cool. I like this. Graphically, it looks pretty much the same, I would say. I'm sure they've done wonders with different things and made it look shinier or something, or I think a big thing that they were saying about was all like the different like weather effects and things like that, but still it's still running at 30 and it looks like Destiny, buddy. I've been trying to find like a comparison between like Destiny 1 graphics and Destiny 2, but I can't really find that much yet, obviously, because it's just the beta. But when the game actually comes out, I think there'll be a good comparison. I'm sure Digital Foundry will do something. I mean, that's probably one of the most disappointing things about what I'm seeing. Yeah. It doesn't look any different to me at all. I just don't, perhaps the lighting engine's been updated. As you say, there's some impressive weather effects, impressive rain effects that the first game certainly didn't do. But, man, it just looks the same. It looks the same. Having said that, 2 of the greatest games that ever lived, buddy, were Rainbow Six Vegas and Rainbow Six Vegas 2. And there was nothing between those graphically either, buddy. That is true, buddy. Oh, nice point. I like it. I like that one.
There you go. He likes that. So let's talk about the strike, because that's kind of the bread and butter of what we'd be doing, I think. Because, this is a game designed, you go through the story and so on, and then you regurgitate these strikes and so on, and the raids as well, of course. So I really liked this strike, actually. I thought it was good. I think...
I liked going through the vector milk things or whatever they were called.
The portals, like jump pads.
Fucking what a name though. Vector Milk Stream was it or something like that?
It was something fucking dumb. It sounded like a Nesquik rival, certainly. The bit where the floor kept disappearing and you had to drop, I thought was cool.
Yeah, the final boss battle on that.
I just thought it was I thought it was a good strike. I enjoyed it. One of the things I noticed was that I think traversing the landscapes is going to be a little bit more freeform than it perhaps was in the last game.
Yeah, because at one point I was able to get up high and you were like getting stuck in down below, and I was like, sweet, I can just pick him off up here while he's like distracting him or whatever kind of thing. Cool.
Like lots of jumping puzzles and stuff, like just a bit more diversity on the landscapes. Obviously, we didn't play the big raids before, did we?
No, unfortunately not.
And I'm sure that's something we're going to want to do on this one. But
and luckily, buddy, we can join other people with clans to do that.
Yes.
Because this game finally will have matchmaking and shit in it. Finally.
Yeah, it will. And that could be cool. So, what else do you want to talk about? I mean, you played a 4v4 match as well, didn't you? How did you get on with that?
I didn't play the new game mode, which is like the attack and defend, which I think, we might actually quite enjoy that if we give it a good go.
We got previous on attack and defend
we're
mode,
a big
so
fan
you may well be right.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking. We love a good bit of attack and defend.
Yeah.
It was just zonal in a map, which was quite generic, which was fine. I don't know, I was never a massive fan of Destiny's competitive, was it the Crucible? And I don't know, I feel like I might get into it, but then again, I probably won't. I think the fact that it's 4v4 now makes it a lot tighter. I think if we get on there as like a 2 or a 3 or a 4, I think we could really rip it up. Mainly because, go round in packs of 2. And whenever I came across 2 enemies, I was just fucking dead. Like there was no choice. Like so, I'd be capturing a flag, and then 2 of them would just come up on me, and like unless I did something fucking pretty special, which is very unlike me, I was gonna die.
It was the same on the first game, really, in the Crucible when you played those smaller maps. If you met 2 enemies, unless as you say, unless you did something biblical, then you are fucking dead.
Exactly,
which is fine.
Man.
Yeah, I just don't think I'm going to be playing a 4v4 30 frames per second deathmatch game. I don't care what it is.
Especially when, like you say, we've got other like online shooters that we can play that will run at higher frame rates than 30, which look nicer, probably.
Yep.
There's a couple of other things that I noticed and that I've read about over the past couple of days. And one thing that I noticed was that there's like different armor types, like heavy, light, and things like that. So you can adjust your mobility settings and your resilience settings. So if you're a player that likes to just be a big fucking tank, so go as a Titan and then put on some heavy armor, then you can totally do that now, which is cool.
That's nice. I mean, any sort of customization like that where you can kind of, I don't know, meddle with things to suit your playstyle.
Exactly,
there should be more of that in all games, and the fact that they're leaning into that, I think that's excellent.
Yeah, totally. And also another thing that popped up was weapon mods. So like, you can put like mods on your weapons. I don't know what these are or what they're going to do, but it's another thing that you can customize to whatever you want,
Another thing you can grind for.
Yeah, mate, I love grinding and spending multiple currencies on stuff that I want.
Yeah, we did grind those strikes for some time, didn't we, on Taken King? So,
mate, it's because
even on original Destiny.
Yeah, I enjoy the gameplay of it. It's a satisfying shooter. I mean, that it's still everything that was good about the original Destiny and the Taken King. It's got all of it here, like the weightiness of the guns, like the sound of it all. It's just, it's a solid game. So, we're just going to have to wait and see what that kind of like open area is going to be like. Apparently that's getting unlocked at Sunday at 6 p.m. British sexy time. That is. And, called The Farm, I think it's called.
Okay.
So, I don't know what that's gonna be or what's gonna happen, but to be honest, I'm just gonna fucking wait until the game comes out now. Like, this is a really annoying time because obviously all the hype for it is getting bigger and bigger, and there's news and leaks and whatever coming out, and I'm just like, hey, whoa. Like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to know about it. Like, IGN did like a big like IGN first and walked around like the farm, and I'm just like, no, I don't want to see that. I want to experience that when I play the game. I don't want to watch you fucking doing whatever you're doing.
Absolutely, lessons have been learnt by us, buddies.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want the same repeat as the original Destiny.
Yeah.
For this one at all. I want to come in with fresh eyes, even though that's bollocks because I've played a strike in the first couple of missions now. But hey ho,
yeah, but
that's got to test these things out, haven't you?
It's a limited content beta, and at first that disappointed me. I was like, is that it? And then the more I thought about it, the more I realised, no, that's a good thing because we are going to buy this, we are going to play it, and
yeah, mate.
We're going to come in fresh and we're going to enjoy it more. So we might go through that strike again before the beta ends. We'll see how we go. But
I'm tempted to chuck a little bit more in on the Crucible, maybe as like a Titan or a Hunter. I don't know, because you can have multiple characters in this, which is cool.
Yeah, I should probably play it before the beta ends, shouldn't I?
And maybe I'll give it a go tomorrow or something, buddy.
Sounds cheeky.
Nice.
Sweet. So yeah, that's it from me, buddy, unless you've got anything else. I did download Hearthstone for my Mac this week.
Oh, hello.
So I'm kind of getting fucking magic. Like seriously, Hearthstone every time. Hearthstone just comes at you, and I just really like Hearthstone. I can't help it.
It's a good game, buddy. We played it quite a bit, to be honest. Yeah, man.
Very addictive. Anyway, yep. So that's what we've been playing. Let's move on, buddy. And now it's time for the news.
The news. The news. Fucking news.
Number one.
Number Wang.
Number Wang, buddy. Number Wang. Gran Turismo Sport finally has a release date, and that release date is the 18th of October. So this was delayed heavily after the original sort of reveal was basically dumped on because it looked shite.
Yeah, it did.
So, yeah, I mean, they went back to the drawing board with this game, and then they revealed it a second time and it was much better, and then they did this closed beta which is still running, buddy.
Still running.
Can't talk about it.
No, that's
still running.
Still running.
Still running, and I'm still playing it.
Wow. Okay. I mean, that doesn't mean anything. That
doesn't mean anything.
No.
Doesn't mean anything. No.
No.
But yeah, either way, that's slap bang in the middle of all of the different releases. We got Project Cars kicking about, F1 in sort of a month's time.
Dude, that's 3 racing games. I think that's me done for racing games.
And Dirt 4's in the sale as well.
Nah, mate.
Buddy. Yeah.
No, I've called it on that.
Yeah.
Saying no.
Yep.
Saying no.
Yep. So there we go. That's number one. Number 2, buddy.
Okay, yeah.
Microsoft announces it will hold a live conference, a live show at Gamescom on the 20th of August. We presumed that they would do a live show. They have done for the last few years. But yes, they are. And it will be 8 p.m. UK time, which I believe is 9 in Germany, buddy, if my time zones are correct. But yeah, so there you go. I don't know exactly what they'll show. I suppose we'll see some more Crackdown, more Sea of Thieves. I suppose they probably want to focus quite heavily on the old Xbox One X because, you know...
Definitely, they want to be pushing that big time.
Be only sort of, 2 months from the launch date? So...
Yeah.
now's the time to really get stuck in and push the fuck out of that thing. So hopefully we'll see loads of juicy 4K gameplay, buddy. That'd be really nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, hopefully, buddy. Thinking about the Xbox One X, I watched a Digital Foundry thing earlier this week about like the state of the CPU in games consoles and stuff like that. And fuck me, I didn't realise that, these consoles are still using that fucking Jaguar CPU.
Yeah.
It was like used fucking all that. They've just been around forever.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck me, no wonder like the frame rates on all these games are just fucking terrible.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. That's where they've been making their savings when they bring new consoles out, because it used to be the case that you could get the top of the line processor if you're building a PC for about sort of £80-90, something like that. But you can spend an awful lot more than that on a processor these days.
Yeah, you can. Of course you can.
Like a couple of £100, can't you? So.
Oh, and some, yeah, man. It's crazy.
So yeah, that's where they've been skimping.
But yeah, hopefully that means because of like AMD have brought out their new Ryzen or whatever. Hopefully the next gen, so the PS5, which will probably be out 2019. I reckon.
Ryzen, the chocolate chew.
Yeah, mate, Ryzen. It's going to be. Hopefully that might bring frame rates up a bit.
That'd be nice. Yeah.
Who knows? But yeah, I still don't trust the old Xbox One X and its like 4K capabilities and.
Yeah, I mean, JJ made the point that his PC was more powerful than that thing, and
exactly,
he wouldn't be able to manage it. So I'm sure that there will be native 4K games on it. I'm sure there'll be far more checkerboarding games.
Yes.
But yeah, who knows at this point, buddy? Who knows? Either way, more Microsoft news while we're on the topic. There was a new Xbox update that rolled out this week. It was kind of stealth released, as in it's come out today, I think, or yesterday or something, but I certainly didn't have time to report on it last week because it wasn't announced then. Either way, it's a new update, and it's got some new features, including custom gamer picks, club backgrounds. They've got sort of communities on there, and like proper backgrounds now for your sort of online portals for those. Some extra profile customization. A couple of interesting ones, actually. Co-streaming. So you can sort of...
Mixer, buddy.
Yeah. Well, you can join as a party.
A while ago.
So yeah, join a stream as a party and watch as a party, and there's sort of integration for sort of party elements to that as well. It's quite a nice idea, isn't it?
Yeah, it's what I said when old Mixer fucking popped up, didn't I? And they was like, yeah, you can stream both your things at the same time on the same thing, and people get to choose what they watch and stuff like that. Yeah, it's cool.
It is cool. It is. The other big feature, I suppose it's not a big feature, but quite nice. Controller tagging seems what it is. If you've got a favorite controller, then you can set that controller so that whenever anyone turns that controller on, it signs in as you. So if you always use the same one, you haven't got to sort of come up to the login screen, pick your profile and sign in or whatever. Probably works well if you live in a certain environment and not others. Like if you've got a family, you probably wouldn't want that, to be honest. But yeah, quite nice, I suppose. Just a little feature there. And worth mentioning while we're on the subject of like firmware updates and new features, there is a new PlayStation firmware update on the horizon. I think it's like 5.0.
Okay, wow,
and
big one.
They're advertising for people to jump on the beta for that. I think if you've already been on previous betas, then you'll automatically get an email asking if you want to participate in this one. But either way, I jumped on their website earlier and signed us both up. So,
cheers, buddy.
So there's no anything about sort of what the features will be or anything on that at the moment.
Obviously. But when we know, we will let you know.
Exactly. So that's that. We move on. Atari.
God. Yeah.
Atari have been busy over the last 20 years, sort of slowly raping all of their successful IPs, creating terrible versions of their old classics and kind of being sorry, sad motherfuckers. Well, They have announced that they're making a new games console. I think this was mentioned in the news a couple of weeks ago.
I think it was, yeah.
Pretty sure. But either way, we were waiting for more information about it. We'd seen some pictures, and they were kind of dining off the old, the sort of wooden console idea that they used to have, which is, classic and, quite nice. And obviously, I suppose they're looking at what Nintendo are doing, and they're thinking, let's have a bit of this, boys, So, that's all well and good. Anyway, Eurogamer ran a new article about it today because there was a press release from Atari. All of the media platforms ran with it and were telling us all about this new console. It's got USB ports. They've said it's going to have the capacity to run the full Atari library, but also support for new games, suggestions of flash drive, and so on and so forth. Anyway, long story short, buddy, after all of this, and I don't know exactly how it was revealed. I think it was an extra statement where someone was pressing following the press release. But it has emerged that what Atari neglected to mention was that they're going to crowdfund this.
Of course they are.
Which is quite a big thing to miss out of your press release.
So it's like, hey, we've built this, but you know what? Just, who wants to give us some money?
We intend to release this console, but only if you pay for it, is what they're saying.
Yeah.
So they're going to try and kickstart this without ever telling anyone that that's what they were going to do, giving everyone the suggestion that they were just going to make it, market it, and sell it. Now they're going to crowdfund it, and it may or may not be successful. And I suspect the way that this has been put together and the way that they fucked this whole campaign, I wouldn't be at all surprised if it didn't make its stretch goals or anything.
I mean, I'm not going forward for it. It's not going to be good at all.
No, well, probably not. But I just it boggles the mind that you would do things this way, and it basically it tells you all you need to know about all of the terrible missteps Atari have made over the last however many years.
Yeah.
They're just keeping it up, buddy. It's almost like they want to fold. It's like they just, I don't know. It's kind of...
They also said that, we're releasing all this information, like, strategically or whatever, so we don't want to confuse anyone or some bollocks like that as well, didn't they? I was just like, what is this? Just tell us what this fucking thing is, and then we can be like, okay, yeah, I'm on board, or fuck off, do one, you cunts.
Crazy. Absolutely
Seriously.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I'm out. I never had an Atari back in the day anyway, so I've got no nostalgia for this thing. And it the only mini console that I probably would buy would be a SNES, because I'd say that was when I fully developed the love for games. I mean, I had the NES and everything, but no, that's when I sat down and pumped hours and hours into fucking countless games, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo or whatever, and shit like that. Just, yeah. Those were the days.
That was the time, yeah.
Not anymore, though. Fuck those games. They're well hard.
Yeah, what load of shit. Who would want it?
Mate.
Nobody.
I don't know, yeah. And I'm not going to buy a SNES Classic because I know those games are too hard. I'm like, no.
Can't happen.
I'll just play a ROM because I can save it strategically throughout the game. I can just be like, yeah, save my position now, computer.
It's true.
And if I die, I can go back to it. It's nice.
Can't argue with that.
That's the way forward, mate.
Cannot argue with that. Well, there we go. Anyway, fuck off, Atari. We'll keep you abreast of the situation, buddies, as to whether that's funded or not. Probably will be. There's enough people who love old Atari games.
Like, it's, no, fucking cunts.
Nonsense. Anyway, next, Super Hot is now available on the PS4 and PSVR.
Yeah, buddy, we'll get that.
I'm up for that. Yeah, I always liked the look of that. It was disappointing that it didn't come out on PS4. Certainly the VR experience looks really cool, like one of the better ones. Definitely.
That looks like one of the VR experiences I'd love to have a go at.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
So yeah, that's come to the store now. You can get that on PlayStation. And speaking of the PlayStation Store,
PlayStation Store, what's that?
There is a big summer sale on at the moment. I think it's in all regions. Obviously the prices aren't standardized across the board, so I won't talk about the prices of anything except, of course, NHL 17, buddies, which is $8.99 on the store.
Great game.
Perhaps Funk and PJ might want to buy that, buddy, so we could play on game night as a 5 with Mel.
Oh, that would be crazy.
It's just a thought. It's just an idea. Sale's running for a couple of weeks. There's a few decent discounts. There's a few games in there that were in the previous sale, and they're slightly more expensive this time round, and they've kind of got previous doing that. But there are some bargains on there. And one thing that I did spot, buddy, and it may be time to jump in.
Hello.
At long last, it may finally,
yeah,
after all this time, finally be time, to buy Knack.
Oh, it's going to be PS4 Plus next month.
$3.99.
No, it's too much.
That's a pint in my town.
In your town, not in mine. That's like 2 pints. That is not worth 2 pints.
$3.99 for Knack. Full co-op all the way through.
No.
$3.99. Well,
no.
Get in there, play through it before the second one comes out in the franchise. The highly successful franchise.
Yeah.
PJ Funk by NHL. So that's it from me, buddy. I think it's probably time to head over to what has always been my favourite section, even before it existed. And I know everyone else's as well, buddy. This is Ash's News Favourite Things of the Week.
If you like news but hate information, you have found the right place. Ash's News Favourite Thing of the Week.
Cheers, buddy. Yes, we've got a few things this week. Going back to Xbox and Gamescom, I have something here saying that the Xbox One X will be playable at Gamescom. There you go.
I'd hope so too.
Well, yeah. Mass Effect Andromeda free trial on PC, PS4 and Xbox One. 10 hours. Fill your fucking boots.
That's EA Access levels of...
Exactly. You know, that game is sold poorly and they're trying to get more people to buy it. So that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Oh, hot off the press. News just in. Boo, 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 boo. No idea. It's a headline. Big Doom update unlocks DLC for all. So I'm guessing the season pass is now there for all of us. There you go, mate.
Wow. That's going to piss a few people off, isn't it?
Not me.
No, not me. And that's all that matters.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know if it's going to be a timed exclusive. I haven't read the article. Literally just saw that headline. I was like, I'll say that right now. Apparently Facebook are going to launch a $200 wireless Oculus VR headset next year. There you go.
Okay.
That could be pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Game. That fantastic UK-based retailer. I love them so much. Sports Direct, another fantastic UK retailer.
One of the most reputable brands on earth.
Indeed. Sports Direct has bought 26% of struggling retailer Game Digital. I mean, I don't know what that's going to do for them, but there you go.
I bet they love being described as struggling retailer. Did I mention that my local one's closed?
No, you did not, buddy.
So I went up the other, I think it was last weekend, to the shopping centre at the top of town with the missus, and we basically kind of got into a bit of a fight over where Game was, because we came downstairs and I was like, I'm sure it's along this bit. And she was like, no, it's that way. And we went, and I was like, fine. And I was sure it was the other way, so I let her have it. I was like, okay, we'll go your way. And then I'd be like, you fucking prick. So anyway, we went her way, and it wasn't that way. at all.
Obviously. Of course it wasn't.
We went back the other way, and it wasn't there either, buddy.
Oh my god.
We were like, where is it? I don't understand. Where is it? And then we suddenly realised that half of it had been boarded up and the other bit was like sort of the empty unit with the door closed. It's just shut.
Just fucking gone.
With no notice. Apparently, according to on the local papers, the lease was up and the centre's been trying to get them to renew for ages and they never renewed. And so they just shut.
They just fucked off.
Yeah, they just said to the staff, nope. See ya, and closed.
Yeah, no.
Nothing in there, totally stripped out.
Jesus Christ.
And game is gone, so...
Oh, that will happen one day. Soon, probably.
Yeah, I thought it might be a sort of wave of closures across the country, but no, just my one.
Just yours.
Yeah.
Crazy. That's mental.
There we go.
Well, we're going to finish on a high right now, buddy.
Yeah.
High for us. Good news, buddy. Tomorrow being Thursday, the 20th of July. It's going to be a good day for me and you because 8 p.m. British Sexy Time, we will be able to download the Pro Evolution Soccer 2018 beta.
Oh, yes.
And play it, obviously.
Such exciting news, buddy.
Well, there you go, buddy.
And that's online beta, isn't it?
Yeah, there's 3 versus 3 online cooperative play. So that sounds pretty cool.
All right.
And also it'll offer quick match as well. Single player, I'm guessing. Or probably local co-op or whatever it normally does. So yeah, we can choose from Brazilian or French national teams playing at places of football and playing the football and shooting the goals.
Yeah. Shaking of the tuchus. It'll all be happening. Okay.
Yeah, buddy. So that's tomorrow. Good news. More betas.
Sweet as the proverbial. Yeah, we do love a good beta, especially when
I've got so many betas. I have made a beta folder on my PS4.
Very nice.
I know. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, it's nice. It plugs the gap in this summer drought of ours. So
it does.
That's something.
So yeah, that PES beta's until the 30th of so yeah. Whenever that is.
10 days, not bad. 10-day beta.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll get it in. A couple of game nights, I think.
Gibbons. Exciting stuff. Excellent news.
Well, that's me done for news this week, buddy.
Cheers, buddy. That's your news. That was my news as well, and that was the news.
Nice.
And now it's time for Fonz or Phoenix.
So, what have we got this week, buddy? In our up, down, left, right, anti-gravity or gravity, yin-yang, true or false? Age-old. Fonz or Phoenix?
In the pink or in the stink, buddy?
Well, that's a win-win.
It's a win. We got Fonz, buddy. We got a Fonz for Nintendo. And mainly for Nintendo's sense of humour and also tactics at dealing with arseholes, frankly.
Yeah, in the stink.
Yeah. So, basically, obviously Splatoon 2 came out last week and people have been getting stuck into that. It's been getting good reviews, if a little bit tepid because a lot of people saying this is the first game with more content. There's a lot of that going about. But, yeah, very Nintendo message is what you will receive if you rage quit out of this when you're doing badly. I don't know exactly what algorithms are in play or how it decides whether or not to start displaying these messages to you. But someone rage quit the other day, and they were kind enough to upload the message they received upon doing so. And it says on the screen in all sort of friendly Nintendo cartoon writing, your previous online play session didn't end naturally, which is pretty suspicious. Splatoon 2's message states, if this keeps happening, we're going to have to block you from playing online for a while. Make sure your internet isn't busted and try again.
That's a nice way of putting it.
Yeah.
I like it.
So
it's spot on.
You're suspicious. If you keep doing it, we're going to like block you. There'll be timed blockings.
Yeah, man. Fuck it. Why not?
That's cool. I like that a lot.
We've been saying that for the past 9 years since like we started playing FIFA online clubs or something, and the rage quitting in that was just fucking ridiculous.
That's the way to do it. You either do what I think a lot of fighting games these days do, where they put you in like a lower tier of people to play against. So if you keep quitting, then you end up only playing quitters.
Yeah.
You stop people from playing. You go, you can't play for half an hour now because you just quit. And both of those are decent tactics. And most devs and publishers don't seem to have the chops to bother addressing it at all.
Well, no, because they don't care. I'm guessing.
Mainly, they should care. They should care
because it's their online community that's getting, that isn't having a fun time playing the game when rage quitting happens,
Exactly.
And that is their main, that is their community. That is their whatever it is,
So yeah, very cool. I like the way they're going about that. It's pretty cheeky, and therefore they get a big old Fonz, buddy.
Gibbons, buddy. Go on, Nintendo. Get in.
And now it's time for Out This Week.
And that's out this week.
It most certainly is, buddy, and we are, of course, in the summer drought. As you well know, not many games. But we've got a little spread here, and I think there might be something for everyone who likes video games. Is there anything
for me? Because I'm number one.
There's a couple of things, I think, for you, buddy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love games.
So we kick this thing off with Avon Colony, buddy, coming to PS4, Xbox One and PC this week, and it is a futuristic sci-fi city builder.
Please describe this game for me, because I watched the video of on the PS store and was like, what is this?
Yeah.
It was like, build the future. I'm like, no.
It doesn't really give the game away, but I kind of got the impression that it was kind of less sort of Sim City and more sort of frontier with cities rather than spaceships. Lots of sort of trading stuff and management of systems rather than necessarily specifically build a big old fucking city and you've got George and the Jetsons living here and so on. So
yeah,
it could be interesting, and there's a spate of kind of it kind of looks like we've got strategy games on the horizon for the consoles. Like City Skylines is on the way.
Yeah, that's true.
There's quite a few RTSs on the horizon, which is kind of exciting from a console
Isn't there
perspective.
Like a new Tropico as well that I remember?
There is, and they're building a game where you've got to colonize Mars. So they'll be releasing that as well as the next Tropico.
Okay,
both of those are coming out before the end of the year. So
I'm still waiting for Civ 6 to really go down in price. It went down to, I saw it like 22 quid on Steam the other day. I was like, ooh,
that's not bad.
Nearly biting point, but no, I'm going to still hold off on that for a little while. Maybe in another year or so.
Yeah. I presume that'd run okay on my system. I mean, it's not a massive graphical overhaul,
it'd be fine. Yeah, no, it'd be right.
If it's got, yeah. Well, anyway, this doesn't look like that, but this does look quite interesting and probably worth further investigation, buddy. We've also this week got Fable Fortune, which is coming to Xbox One and PC. And this is the Fable card game, basically. Just been knocking about for some time.
Great.
Yeah?
Sign me up.
No?
Two things I love, Fable and card games.
Yeah. No?
Woo-wee!
Also this week, buddy, well, kind of. We got Fortnite, but I think its release date is kind of between this week and next, because this is the paid for early access. If you pre-ordered, you get it.
It's like 4 days early, is it?
Yeah, 4 days early.
Right, yeah. Cool.
that's coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC. I still really like the look of this. I think you need to buy like a founder's pack, kind of a la Overwatch, but it's certainly not as expensive as that was.
Okay.
So I haven't quite investigated all of the different models because they've just thrown up like 5 different packs that you can buy on the store already, and the game's not even out yet. So pretty typical, but I still really like the look of this. I've seen a lot of stuff, a lot of people playing this on YouTube. Could be up our alley. But I think it would rely on us getting a few more bodies on board, perhaps the rest of our lot.
I think so, yeah.
So we'll have to wait and see on that one, I think. But Fortnite is out this week. So yeah, a decent spread of games, buddy, including Infinite Mini Golf. And we've been talking for some time about wanting a crazy golf game. And
we have.
And this is out this week on PS4, Xbox One, and the Switch. Do you want this? Have you seen any videos?
I think so. Yeah, I have. But
it looks nice.
Golf, mate. Yeah, it's never-ending crazy golf. I mean, what's not to like?
Yeah, I mean, this has been out on Steam for some time, and it has garnered decent reviews as well. Like certainly above a sort of 8 out of 10. And normally for a little arcadey type game, that's more than enough when it comes to mini golf. I mean, you know, it looks quite good, and I quite want it. If I'm honest, it sounds like you do as well. So
yeah, man. I mean, it's only like 10 quid or something on the store. So yeah, I think we'll pick this up and have a few games.
Yeah, we'll jump in. The other game this week that I think has probably a chance at us kind of chucking our money at it is a game I've been excited for ages, coming to PS4 and PC this week, and that is Pyre.
Ooh, yeah, the floaty whatever it is.
Yeah, and I've always really liked this studio. This is Supergiant Games. And they've made some... Well, I mean, you can always rely on the art style, can't you? Bastion, I know you were a big fan of Bastion back in the day when it came out.
Yeah, man.
I really liked Transistor. That was a PS Plus game back in 2014, I think it was. And Pyre is their new game, and as such looks fantastic. But more interesting on this one, it seems a little bit like a sports game. Kind of like a sort of 2v2s, 3v3 sports game that they've made here. And that's interesting, because Transistor kind of had these little portions where it was turn-based, but you could kind of plot your route with dots and dashes. And that felt a little bit like a sort of, kind of like a Madden-y sort of strategy type thing. And now they seem to have gone full-blown into almost a real-time sports situation. They're describing it as a bit of an action-adventure. I don't think that they're pushing it as a sort of sports-type game, but there's definite elements there, and it looks really interesting.
Yeah, it does. It looks different. Very different, I would say.
I'm looking forward to seeing more of it, but I'm tempted because it's these guys and they've made cool shit in the past.
Yeah, exactly.
It's tempting to just jump in, not see anything about it, and just play
just fucking play it. I mean,
Yeah.
we've done that on previous games before. Like, was it the last one we did was like the Sexy Brutale or something? We just picked it up and was like, I want to play this.
Yeah, and went through
We're
it.
like, all right,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, it was a good game.
Tempting. So,
yeah, man. I think it's like 15 quid on the store or something.
That's
at the moment,
right.
So
Yeah.
it's not going to break the bank, and it, like you say, it's interesting and fucking yeah, man. That art style's gorgeous.
It is. It looks lovely.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's out this week, and it's for the summer drought, buddy. That's probably the best we're gonna get. Pyre, Infinite Mini Golf, Fortnite. Fair enough.
PES 2018 beta.
Yes, yeah, that's in there as well. So there we go. That's out this week. And now it's time for Fuckwit Corner.
Fuckwit Corner with Funk. Fuckwit Corner with Funk. He's got some questions for Funk.
Has he got some questions, buddy?
Well, we've kind of very briefly talked about what Funk's got to be in his bonnet about this week, buddy, earlier in the show. But Funk comes to us this week, an angry gentleman.
Angry man.
And he says this. This trend for retro games consoles, Atari jumping in now, just fuck off. It's like gaming for hipsters. Look at me, Jeremy. I'm playing Donkey Kong. Aren't I cool? Dynafire, Jeremy.
Technically, Jeremy's the friend, like, from that statement.
They're both called Jeremy, buddy.
Ah, snap!
All hipsters are called Jeremy.
I did not know this.
Yep.
Fuck those guys in their flannel shirts and beanie hats and stupid beards. Mate, they ruined ale.
They've ruined ale.
They ruined old man pubs. I loved old man pubs.
They're gone now, mate. Got to be
when I was at uni,
gentrified.
like fucking, when was that? Like 13 years ago. Like me and some guys, like every Thursday, be old man pub, pound the ales, do the pub quiz, play some darts, end up really shit hammered. Can't do that now. That was when you could smoke inside as well. Those were the days.
Salad days, buddy. Salad days. It's all gone. It's all
now
gone.
These fucking new wave lager drinkers come in.
Bloody fucking gnarly fox. Unbelievable.
Bunch of cunts.
Yeah. So yeah, Funk unimpressed.
It's funny. It's funny to look at it that way, to be honest. And like he's probably totally right. It's these mini consoles are targeting like people that don't follow games or anything nowadays, really, I would say. I mean, tempted to have one for nostalgia reasons, but you know, it's going to be like for those people that are like, oh yeah, this will be really cool, kind of fucking no. Don't be that guy.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, Jeremy. Don't be that guy.
And you, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeremy.
I don't know. Certainly, the Atari thing, it feels very much like they've jumped on the bandwagon. And at first I was willing to give them the benefit of the doubt. I was like, okay, you know, Atari, presumably they thought, hey, you know, we'll do this. And it's not necessarily a comment on the SNES. And then it emerges that they've basically had, what, a fucking 3 a.m. board meeting, and they're like, fucking console. but we ain't got any money. We're crowdfunding. Yeah, but isn't that going to go down like a sack of shit? We won't tell anyone it's crowdfunding. Fucking pricks.
Or just chuck something in there that'll run some ROMs and some USB ports so you can fucking plug anything into it. Give it Bluetooth as well. Why not?
We'll stealth announce the crowdfunding bit. It'll be fine. I'm sure that won't be a problem.
We'll fill it with microtransactions as well. Yeah. We'll put it in there. Pay to play.
Oh man.
Like you have to put 50p in each time you want to play the game.
Yep.
Yeah, like an arcade machine.
Yep. And you have to go and empty it at like a bottle bank for Atari.
Yeah. An Atari bottle bank.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that the two things are necessarily the same thing. I'm not completely sure about that. And that's not just because I have a SNES on order. I was planning on being a scalpy fucker.
Well, do it, buddy. Fucking be that guy. Come on.
he wants
Don't be a Jeremy.
Don't be a Jeremy.
Sell it to a Jeremy for way too much money.
Yeah, sell it to a fuck over a Jeremy. Operation Fuck a Jeremy.
Exactly.
There you go. Bunk's got a point. And it's a nostalgia thing. That's why we've got Star Wars movies again. It's just the way it is.
Of course it is. Yeah.
Perhaps our society is now imploding. Everyone's done everything, run out of ideas, and they're getting dumber because they're rewarded for such things, and therefore it's all gone to fuck. We have to look back retrospective at better times until we all disappear up our own arses, and that'll be the end of life as we know it.
In the stink.
In the stink, buddy. So thanks for that, Funk. Every week we end the show with questions and comments sent in by you. If you've got anything for us, just pop an email to the jfgpodcast@gmail.com or contact us on Facebook, Twitter, or at justforgamers.co.uk. And now it's time for JfG Street Beat.
You got a question we wanna know. Beat. Facebook, Twitter, we're on them all. So hit us up and be on the show. Beat. The JfG Street Beat.
Street Beat.
You wanna know.
Get on the show.
You can get on the show. We're heading straight into Community Watch here, buddy.
Community Watch.
Community Watch.
I felt like I went a bit Gandalf there.
I like it.
You shall not pass.
We got pictures. We got more pictures. The pictures keep coming in the old PS4 community.
Pics. Get your dick pics
Important
in.
to remember, if you want to be involved in the JFG Podcast PS4 community, buddies, you will need a PS4, although you don't necessarily need a PS4.
You don't need that shit. You just need a phone.
Just need a phone, download the app. I don't know why you'd do it. I wouldn't bother. But either way, it's our PS4 community, the JFG Podcast. You can find us on your console. Since the community app went up, pictures have slowly been emerging. We've had the art of Mel Gibson's soul, of course. Adjami's been on board with his platinum for old Peggle 2,
Still
buddy.
can't believe that, man.
It's great
Seriously,
stuff.
That is insane.
Fantastic stuff. This week, JJ arrives with a picture of the situation.
It wasn't the actual situation, though, buddy. I mean, I get what he's saying. Get your dick pics in. He's putting a picture of the situation in the community. So technically, my dick pic in the community. But luckily...
My ding-a-ling, yes.
Luckily, it wasn't a picture of my dong.
No, it was a picture of the situation from Jersey Shore, a.k.a. Michael Sorrentino. Yes, I looked that up. No, I didn't know that was his name.
Well done, buddy.
Great picture of the situation there, so thanks very much for that, JJ. Fucking sweet, buddy.
I think mine looks better.
Well, we will take your word for that, buddy.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, we don't necessarily want to see photographic evidence
Of the situation.
Right now.
What?
We don't really want that, if I'm honest.
Yeah?
No.
You sure?
Another picture this week in the community, buddy, from the boy Funk, who was talking to me about Uncharted 4. He doesn't really like it very much.
That will happen. I get it.
He's not keen on Uncharted 4.
No.
And we were kind of talking about if you took the story to one side,
Yeah.
is that a good game? And the answer is probably not. And Funk, he's obviously very well read. He's got many leather-bound books. His apartment smells of rich mahogany.
Mahogany, and he ate a whole wheel of cheese.
He did, and don't act
and
like...
I'm impressed.
Yeah, you're impressed. He reads a lot, and he doesn't necessarily always want a load of characterization in his video games. The Funk is old school, and he likes his old school gameage, and he doesn't necessarily need to sit and watch 4 hours of cutscenes in his 12-hour game, and as such, it would appear he's not really enjoying Uncharted 4 very much.
Oh, that's a shame.
But he did take time to bring us a glorious picture, buddy, of brothers in arms, so to speak.
Yeah.
I won't go any further than that. Pop onto the community if you'd like to take a look.
It's a beautiful picture. I just feel like, there's a lot of love to give right there.
There is, and he's certainly giving it. Yeah.
And that's also in the stink, buddy.
Certainly is. And I'd like to apologise profusely for the fact that I have not seen any ulces over the last week or so there haven't been any more ulces on
Fuck's sake,
the community.
mate. You need to sort your life out.
Mate, that storm last night. Did you get that storm?
No, I think it's on the way now.
Shit. Holy shit.
Was it good?
That was a storm. My
storm broom.
God, that was a storm. Like,
was it the perfect storm?
it was like a full hour of lightning every 3 seconds.
I love it.
And the rain was so thick and heavy that you couldn't see out the window. It was just like fog, even though there was no fog. It was mental. I came out of my house this morning to walk down to the car, and there's just the whole world was just covered in shit, like moss off of roofs and branches. And
so like all the roofs are fucking so clean.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just the floor's covered in shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was nuts. So yeah, if that does hit you, buddy, enjoy that.
Yeah, apparently it's coming this way.
Cheeky. Fucking hell. Well, anyway, I don't know what that's got to do with anything. I should have taken some photos for the community, perhaps. But I didn't see any horses, so I didn't take any photos.
No horses in the rain.
No. So I think that'll about do us, buddy, for episode 120 of the JfG podcast. And
120, fucking hell, mate. That's one more than last week. That's insane.
It is.
I mean, who'd have thought we'd get this far?
No.
You know what I'm mostly proud of? The fact that I started the number system with episode 1 as 000. I'd still fucking, like, that day, I decided that was the best day ever.
I vaguely remember mocking you for it.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, sounds like something I'd do.
Fuck you.
Yeah, always.
We're good for another 879 episodes. Does that make sense?
We're covered. We're future-proofed.
I did. We're good. I mean, that's like another... I'm trying to work it out in years. I give up. Like 10 years worth of episodes, minimum.
We don't miss a fucking week, by the way, buddies. You may well have noticed that. That's dedication, Holmes.
We're still here.
We're here.
What are we doing with our lives?
Not very much.
Oh my god, why would we do this? This is so fucking pointless. It suddenly hit me after 120 episodes. What a waste of time this is.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh, Gibbons, buddy. What else would I like
forward
to do? Yeah, mate.
Yeah. My sad little life.
I feel sorry for us. Where can you find us, buddy?
You can find us at our spangly, sparkly, glorious new website, buddy, which is
no one has let me know what they think of it.
They don't care.
Yeah, no one cares, mate.
Fuck you.
I don't care.
www.thejfgpodcast.co.uk. We're
It
also
took me like fucking months to make that. That's all good.
Yeah. No, not interested.
Who cares?
I like it, buddy.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks for making me that website.
You're welcome.
Yeah. You can find us.
It's amazing.
You can find us on Facebook, of course.
Oh, bushy face.
Facebook.com/the JfG podcast. We're also on Twitter as well. If you want to join us on Twitter there, buddy, it's at the JfG podcast, of course. We're on SoundCloud if you want to listen to an episode from. I've not really got anywhere to go. I started making the increments bigger and bigger and bigger. And I think I went like pre-Big Bang an episode or two ago.
Yeah, and just fucking hone it in now. Let's bring it back. Just tell the truth, buddy. The truth will set you free.
Okay, hang on. You can find us at soundcloud.com/just for gamers. I think that's right, isn't it?
I think so.
Might not even be fucking there anymore. Who knows? Like,
doesn't matter.
I haven't checked for weeks. If you want to listen to episode 98, which I believe was the episode that we did on your birthday.
Nice.
That's
all-time favorite.
Sitting on there. It's had 11 listens.
Oh my god.
I know.
That's amazing.
Because we're all about SoundCloud. You can find us all over the place. We're on Stitcher. We're on your podcast apps. We've got our PlayStation community. You can come and join the JfG podcast. We're on, of course, twitch.tv and beam.pro, aka fucking mixer.com. And the YouTube there, where one day in many, many decades we'll have enough subscribers to have our very own URL.
Never.
And of course, we're also on Google Plus, if that is how you choose to live your life. Thanks so much for listening, buddies. We'll be back here next week, and we don't care who knows it. We're off to play Orcs Must Die Unchained now, as we shout over and over again at the chest unlocking system on that game, and how it's getting too hard now, and the fucking tigers keep jumping over the barricades, and what the fuck.
Fuck those guys.
Thanks so much for listening, buddies. We'll catch you next time. Until then, I have been Alex. He has been Ash.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. You've been listening to the JfG podcast with Ash and me, Alex. To find out more, head to www.justforgamers.co.uk, Facebook/the JfG podcast, or Twitter, where we are at the JfG podcast. Episodes go live every Sunday, and if you could pop onto iTunes and write us a quick review, we would love every inch of you, even if you got old and fat. Thanks so much for listening, and we will catch you next time.